Hey, ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about Shield Hero. I gotta say, this episode was quite interesting, mainly because of two reasons for me. The world, when they're talking about it, the different effect items were having on them, a bit of reverse going around, and it got me thinking about the system of the entire world, how it works. Are we ever gonna get an explanation with crossing over worlds, the limitations with cardinal heroes, and besides that, which is probably the main plot, the last scene of the episode. Now, last week, I found out after I recorded my video that they did some changes with the plot, especially with Raftaria and her position. Now, are they trying to fix it now? Are they changing it more? Or are they going in the same direction but just by a different route? So I'm very curious about that. I'm not a source material reader, so we'll talk more about Raftalia. So let's get into it and talk about it. Now, at the beginning, they decided where to go, what to do next, and they end up deciding to go in the capital where they were to look for the hourglass so they're able to teleport, to use it as a means of transportation. I think they wanted to go to Sikul, but it was very far off. Sorry, they didn't have a lot of time until the waves started. No, I still like small Raftalia quite a lot. She's very cute, especially when she's eating. Now, we made an interesting comment. Even in a new world, I'm still back at being a traveling merchant. So hey, all skills still work everywhere. Being a merchant works every time. But in this case, he was more than a merchant, a bit of a scammer. But we'll get to that. Now, it looks around them like it's a very Asian-looking country. Even Naofumi commented on that. Apparently around them there's also a lot of European looking country. I like that they started explaining a bit more about the world. There are a lot of races there, one called grass, but apparently they're elves, they're looking like elves. Terese also is part of the jewel race. We find out that there's spirit people, same way as glass, which kind of explains a bit more about her looks, her power, and also the limitations that they have. They have no levels. They also have very low recovery. They mostly recover naturally. Items and such don't really work on them, with a few exceptions, which kind of got very interesting. And Afumi commented that Lark gave her once a potion that boosted her up, which gave him an idea. I really hope at some point, probably thanks to Kizun, I feel like she's gonna be the linchpin. I hope they're gonna work together, as in Naofumi, Raftalia, feel after they resolve this issue with Terese, with Lark and Glass. I really wanna see a Glass and Naofumi partnership. I would like that quite a lot. Now, also the countries around have started apparently experimenting on new weapons, teleportation, kind of trying to reproduce the powers of the cardinal heroes. Don't know how much that is true, not even they know. The currency there also seems to be very similar with the Japanese currency, Dumon. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. And it's back to the main problem, no matter what, money. You always need money. Even in a different world, you always need money. Now, Naofumi decides to sell this soul-soothing potion, kind of similar to what Lark gave Glass for a boost, but it's a new item in the world, so they have to promote it, sell it up. They disguise themselves as a merchant. I gotta say, this part here reminded me quite a lot of Demon Slayer, the village. I don't know, just for some reason my mind went there with the red light district. You just went there with how it looked around them. Now they put these masks on and they start promoting, but they weren't really having success until Raftalia came in wiggling her tail. She was the main attraction. They sell some potion. They also played saying they're gonna have an auction tomorrow because of limited stock, of course. Scarcity. But hey, you gotta sell, you gotta make money. I can't judge them for that. Now they finally start also experimenting a bit, because Naofumi wasn't getting experience when Kizuna was killing monsters. Now she gives him an earth crystal that was supposed to recover mana, but instead actually gives him experience. So it seems like a lot of items between them have the reverse effect on the other. So again, got me very interested in the world, the system, how everything works. I hope we're gonna get to see behind the curtain at some point, so to say, because I always like systems like this. Hopefully it's gonna pay off. Who knows, maybe they're gonna go up against the gods or entity or something, I don't know, that created the world. Always ends up that way. Go against God, but we'll have to see. That's probably way off into the story. Now the auction starts. One dude wins it, paying quite a lot. They also played a bit of a scam, tripping tripping Risha to say there's only one potion left. Start a frenzy of bidding. So they solve their money problem quite easily. They go and get some new gear, armors and such. Very Japanese style. They're looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. Now Naofumi also told Kizuna, hey, aren't you gonna get new ones? No, I like my current ones, but they're pretty torn up. Class gave me this one, so he backed off from that. So there's definitely a lot of kinship, so to say, between Kizuna and Glass. Hopefully we're gonna find out their story at some point. I would like that quite a lot. We're gonna see a different side from Glass and the others. See more of their motivations besides just kill your world to save our world. I wanna get to know them a bit more, and I feel like Kizuna is gonna be the link that is gonna allow us to do that. And now for me being dense again when Raftal asked him which one is the best, and he gave a generic stat answer. That wasn't the question of me, but sure. Now, back in the town, there's a gathering. All of the people there, apparently this genius mage found a way to use the hourglass without being a cardinal hero. Very smug looking. You can tell from the beginning he's gonna be very similar to Kyo, and at the end is also confirmed they have a connection between them. Looking very evil and smug. Kazuki, hopefully I got his name right. But after that, I like the cute, wholesome moment, them starting a snowball fight. The look that Naofumi gave Raftalia, looking at her, kind of her, seeing her being a kid again and enjoying herself. I like that small scene quite a lot. They tell Kizuna everything about Kyoshi, wants to punch him quite hard, but they're also running out of time to get there to use the Dragon Hourglass to find Philo also, because Philo is still missing. Now, thanks to Raftalia, her being very determined, saying, even though I'm still a kid, I'm still your sword. Kind of pushed them a bit, they rushed things, but thanks to that, they decide to charge into the palace and go after the hourglass during the night. Now, was looking like a trap. It definitely turned out to be a trap. It wasn't where Kizuna thought it was. It was that they start splitting, looking for it, fighting the soldiers, the guards over there, and of course Kazuki. A lot of obvious things happening in the later half of the episode. Kazuki being there, and it's confirmed he has a connection with Kyo, either working for him or partners in his own world. I don't know how much of a partner Kyo sees Kazuki, probably using him as he has done everybody so far. Kinda see Kazuki at some point the ending being betrayed by Kyo, but I could be wrong. We'll have to see. It feels very similar to Kyo, kind of like a budget version of Kyo, a lower tier grade version of Kyo, if I'm being being honest. Now, Izuna makes it to the hourglass. They were in a party, so they just have to be as close as possible to it for them to teleport. Now, this is where I liked it quite a lot, because sure, they got to the hourglass kind of easy, if I'm being honest, despite all of the traps, Kazuki interfering, but everything was just a manipulation by Kyo, because somehow, I don't know why, Raftalia couldn't go with them while they were getting that glow around them being teleported, and they couldn't stop the teleportation once it started, and Kyo was waiting for all of this to get back at Naofumi, and he wants to get Raftalia to experiment on her, which I wanna kill him on the spot. Don't touch Raftalia. This got me thinking, is this the thing they changed the plot last episode from what I heard from the source material readers? Are they going to the same spot now that she's not able to go with them, but just by a different route? They just wanted to give us Kid Raftalia, or are they going somewhere different? Now, this might be a spoiler depending how you look at it, if you guys give me the answer, but I just want to know, are they fixing, or are they really changing the story with Raftalia, or they just went to the same spot but just by a different route? I would really love for you guys to let me down in the comments below, but just that, don't give me any more details. Now, problems keep piling up for Naofumi. Now Raftalia is gonna be missing. We have to see him not having her to rely upon, seeing how much time they spent together, how much they relied on each other, kind of codependency they've had so far. This is gonna be very interesting next episode. Philo is also missing there in a new world, so yeah, things are not looking very good for the group, and for Raftalia also. What is Kyo exactly gonna do to her? We still have no idea where or what happened with Philo. Now, at the end, I liked the scene between them. While Kazuki wanted to kill Naofumi, Raftalia stepped in. Even in the last moment, she still wanted to protect him. Shows how much they care for each other, and even deciding to stay behind, staying is okay. And she felt quite good being a kid again, and Naofumi taking care of her, and that's where the episode ends, with them teleporting and her left behind. I'm very curious what's gonna happen next. And also my question, please let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about the episode. Do you think they're fixing it, they're changing it too much? And as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, it helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. And sorry if I'm sounding a bit weird and jumbled thoughts. I've been sick for quite a few days, and today has been insane, and my voice is just, I'm barely holding it together, but I still wanted to talk about the episode. So thank you again, I'll see you next one, bye bye.